Do I? Let me press that so we don't have it covering up the screen. All right, good. Okay, everybody, welcome. And we are talking today with KW Portugal, and you can tell us about your different offices. Ardichem had reached out to our office, to many, and that's how this got started. I've known for a while that I wanted to have a session with Portugal just because that is a country, it's one of the top 5 countries that American expats go to. It's the top retirement country for Americans going outside of the States. And it has a lot to recommend itself, including a great climate, a lot of different, it's got wineries, it's got beaches, and so it's really growing as an expat community. Ardichem herself is an expat living in France. And I think I'll let you get started. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your office.
Yeah, thank you, Janet. Thank you for that introduction. We are very happy to meet you guys. Maybe some of us will have the chance to be all together in the few days at the family reunion. Juan, who is our team leader, is going there, so you can meet him and talk to him. He will be very happy to have a cup of wine or a coffee with you. And explain a bit more about our office. Our office is in Lisbon, but maybe about the office I will let Juan talking, if you don't mind, Janet.
Sure.
Juan, yeah. Go ahead, Juan.
Very well. So thank you, Ardichem. It's a great pleasure for me to be in this meeting. I think that these opportunities of collaboration between a Portuguese office and a US office like yours is of tremendous value for everybody, as Ardichem said, and you also. Right now, we see a tremendous move of Americans to Portugal, and because as we are a small country, even a small move of Americans to Portugal is a great opportunity for everybody. Because if we are not using it, someone else will be taking the advantage of that situation. Said that, KW lead, where Ardechem's team, the Phoenix team, is operating, is one of the fastest growing market centers in Portugal. Right now, just this office, we are 125 agents. We have another office in Lisbon with 90 agents more. And we share, of course, the Keller Williams way of doing business. So for us, sharing businesses independently of the origin of our partner is absolutely natural. So for us, working with you will be as natural of working with another agency around the corner. And Ardechem's team is one of the fastest growing.
Oh, it's breaking up just a little bit.
And they have a tremendous value because they are multicultural, they speak different languages, they address very well different levels of customers, and so I think it's the perfect match. Okay, so my message for you is that Ardechem's team has all the firepower she might need from us on our side, so just work together, and we'll be here to support both of you in any way you need, and we can. So we are here for you. So let's move on.
And
I don't know if you need any further information, but I'll be fully available to answer any questions you might have of Keller Williams Portugal, the group lead of market centers. So we're on game.
How long have you been under were you in office prior to being under the Keller Williams umbrella?
No. This is, our bootstrap was 4 years ago with 0 agents. So in the first year, we were Keller Williams Black Belt office globally. So we went to New Orleans to get our gross black belt. So we grossed 95 people in the first year, and we've been managing to work our numbers over time, and we are growing very well. And last year, for example, we grew our GCI at 80%, and so it has been good years for us.
Okay.
And Ardakam's team is part of the story. So she's our #1 team and #1 consultant in our office. So you're with the right team and the right person to do business with.
Super. And how is Keller Williams performing in Portugal? I mean, obviously you've grown tremendously.
Very well. So we are living in Portugal what happened in the US like 15 years ago. So Remax is still the #1 agency in Portugal. The market grew last year 2% in Portugal. So it was not a massive growth in the Portuguese market, but the international buyers market grew 20%. Okay. Keller Williams grew 35%. It was the largest real estate network in growth, in GCI growth. So Keller Williams is really speeding up, and right now we are very close to become 3,000 consultants in Portugal. Okay, so the #1 network is 5,000 in the cities we operate in. Okay, so we are really the strongest contender right now, and we are really putting a lot of pressure in everybody. So I think that the plans for Keller Williams Portugal is in 2-3 years to be #1 network in the country.
Great. And how are you seeing the economy in Portugal right now? I mean, we definitely, our economy slowed some. They were putting the brakes on with rising interest rates and things.
We've been like the US usually precedes other countries in a few months. The Fed handled the inflation problem much sooner than the European Central Bank and the local national banks. In Portugal, I think that we will be affected like everybody. Okay, but right now Portugal has a few different characteristics than most other countries in the European region. The inflation has not been as high in other countries for a very simple reason. We are the country that is more distant from Russia and Ukraine. That looks like it's not important, but it's important enough. So we see a lot of move from lots of different nationalities. People are really moving to Lisbon to live, to invest, to get a second home. And even more importantly, we are seeing, because of our ability to speak different languages, of our history, our way of being culturally flexible, there are a lot of companies thinking of moving to Portugal, and that brings along workers, international workers. So, and we don't have a lot of new product available in Portugal. So right now the prices are stable. The international demand is rising. The national demand is not that spectacular, but it's still struggling. It's still a bit stable, so it has not diminished yet. So right now, it looks like everything is, that the world is suffering from different problems than we are. We didn't lose market like other countries, like the Northern European countries have depreciated 20% the market. The US is as you know, so it's like Gary Keller will present the figures next week on the state of the company, and there was it's a struggle. Right now in Portugal, I think that we still have space to do very good business. We are paying attention, but we are not still taking tremendous, I would say, action plans for the big shift. We are handling a small shift, but not still a big shift.
Perfect.
Can I ask
Well,
ask a question?
yeah, Rob.
I have a few questions. Number one, will you talk about, are your rules or regulations different than the United States, and how do you handle that? Number two, commission. I don't, believe me, in my third, I don't deal with commission, but you'll, tell us how that works. And number three, will you talk about, I understand it takes 6 years to become a citizen in Portugal, and then that makes you can go all around the EU after that. Is that true? Can you talk some stuff about that, please?
Yeah.
Okay, I think regarding the golden visas and the citizenship information, Ardacam is as well prepared as I am to answer that. So I think that she can respond to that. Regarding the commissioning in Portugal, the law demands that commission is only asked to one of the parties. So we can only invoice either the seller or the buyer, and by law, usually is the seller. And the typical commission is 5% plus tax, that plus VAT, that we split in a very Keller Williams way, 50% with the agency that brings the buyer. Okay, so that's the usual. There is the possibility of smaller commissions, but the usual is 5%. Regarding regulations, something that is very different from the state than from Portugal is, for example, the inspection. There are no inspections, so the buyer who is buying the house must trust a bit more on the quality of the real estate agent that is supporting him. Because the real estate agent is the person that is the buyer agent, is the person that has to address the concerns and of the buyer. Okay.
On that point, João, I will say that now that we are working with American citizen, UK citizen, and I would say mainly foreigner, they are used to do technical visit or technical inspection to the unit before they sign the first agreement. So we have plenty of contact who do that. Actually, we win those contacts with our clients because they already had it as those contacts. They are almost of the time not Portuguese, but working in Portugal with the license of work here, and they know what they are doing. So yeah, on that we will give those contacts.
Yes.
For what we know here in Portugal, when as a real estate consult team, we have plenty of contacts to offer services to our clients that going to the inspection, to the architecture if they want to remodel a flat that they want to buy, to the lawyer for sure, anything related to getting a visa, opening a bank account, getting the fiscal number, everything that is a legal part, accountant, moving company. We also work with some moving company that we can send, I think it's the same that you guys, we have plenty of good contact that we trust and we work with. And that I think that's the main value of our team. It's because we have those contacts, and our clients are very satisfied all the time. We try to get the fair price, the good work, English speaking, obviously. But it's true that it's something that we see. I would say 80% of the time with our client from outside.
Okay. Well, why don't we kind of get into your presentation?
Yes, please. I will ask that.
Why Portugal? Tell us all about Portugal.
Yeah. if you can give me the end on the I can share the screen.
Yes, you
And I
can now.
No, oh, perfect. Yeah, here. Yeah. So, are you seeing?
Yes.
Okay. So, I prepared a little presentation for you to understand what is about here, because it's true that we are far away from you, with a lot of interest from American citizen, and it's not so easy to understand where to go, why, how to go, how to get anything. So I'm trying to condense a little presentation that you can keep, and then you can show to your client. But it will explain mainly everything about moving to Portugal. So here, so I separate in several things. Why American are coming, where the base place, the cost of living. But let's go. So why American people are coming to Portugal? Why Portugal and not Italy? One of the reason I mean, there is a lot of reasons, but one reason is the Portuguese people speak very well English, and they all the time are in the best country of English speakers, and it's very helpful when you are just a foreigner in a country with a very different language, and you have to live to make your daily your daily things. You want to work, you want to study, you want to have friends, and it's easy here because Portuguese all speak English. I would say 90% of the realtors speak English also, so it's easy to find a house, easy to talk, which is very peaceful. And then you have the weather. It's a very nice weather with a lot of sun. Sun almost all the time. It's very affordable comparing to the US. It's still. And I will show you some example of the cost of rentals. The country is very beautiful. It's a small country, but you can go from the beaches to a dynamic city to go to snow. For example, now there is a part in Portugal that its name is Serra da Estrela. I will say to my Portuguese colleague to tell me if everything is okay, but I'm just explaining everything from my experience. Serra da Estrela is a part of Portugal when you can ski, which is nice. No, it's like from Lisbon, it's 2.5 hours, which is very short. Actually, from Lisbon, it's in the center of the country. You can go to the north part in 3 hours, and to the south part with the Algarve, with you have all the beaches, the hot water, and in 2.5 hours. And you can go to Spain for what I did last year by car, which is very nice and funny and very beautiful because the land are amazing. In 3 hours, you are in Spain, in Seville. So it's very interesting. You know, it's you never get annoying, and which is nice.
Well,
Which is
there's
nice.
it's like California and the fact that there's something in every direction. That's
Yeah, and it's true.
not
And it's
far
true,
away.
indeed. You have the countryside of Portugal, which is very beautiful. It's lots of. I mean, Portugal is nice because as small as it is, comparing to the States, it is. You have from 1 hour to the other, a different architecture, a different way of food, of talking. Actually, people are very welcome everywhere, from the north to the south. So it's a really pleasant country to come, and that's why we saw. I'm here as an expat since 5 years, and since I'm here, I just see more and more people coming. And João was saying retired people, but I see also as a mom of 3, lot of families coming here. And we know that families are looking for peace, security, affordable costs of living for sure, because everything is enter. Sport, activities, museum, cultural life. So here Portugal has that, which is nice. And well, Portugal it's also a door to the Europe. Who have a golden visa in Portugal, for example, or a visa in Portugal, he's able to travel in Europe without expecting for the 5 years. I was listen to the question. So let's go. So yeah, where we can see mainly American people. I was having a look in Lisbon. Around Lisbon, you have from Lisbon you have Lisbon to Cascais. I will show you just here the map. So Portugal is here. I was saying the little country, as you can see, comparing to Spain or to France. And here you have Lisbon on the center. So you can see American people are mainly living here, Lisbon to Cascais. So it's the coast.
Now,
Or they go.
Are they mostly in Lisbon for work, or because that would be kind of where expats companies would bring
Well,
them?
Lisbon is the capital of the country. So you have the main, you have the airport. You have it's a capital. It's a city, and you have all around Lisbon a lot of dynamic city as Cascais, Sintra. Sintra, you have some palace, very nice. All over there also now you have international school opening, so you can see a lot of expat living here. Actually, you just about to understand what our clients are looking for. When you have family, they want nice school, international school for sure, private school on the best ranking. And normally you do have that in the main city here, Lisbon. You do have that in Porto also, and you have that in the Algarve. So that's the 3 best city where you can see a big concentration of families, expat. If we talk about retired people, they like to be in the city, but they mainly like to be outside near to the beaches or inside of the country. For any reason, could be about a golden visa, but because here it's more peace. Yeah, you have more land, it's more wide, let's say. So that part which name is Alentejo attract a lot of retired people here, over there. And here, here is what I was saying is the snow. If you want to snow in Portugal, you go there. So it's almost 2 hours and a half.
That's cool.
So yeah, Lisbon, Cascais, Porto, as I was saying, the Algarve, that's the main. So yeah, why do American people, expats, citizens are living in Portugal? Because it's the cost of living. It's one of the lowest in the Europe for what we have. And comparing to the States, it's really impressive. I was saying that the Portuguese people are very nice and friendly, which is true. And the good thing is they really all the time wants to help you. They know that you are a foreigner and they want to help you speaking in English. So sometimes if you want to just learn Portuguese, it's a bit annoying because they just all the time wants to help you. But it's about to understand them. They really like to help people. So you will see it's interesting because it's cultural, but something that we see here, it's they respect a lot the oldest people, or someone with a baby, carrying a baby even more than 3 years is all the time pushing on front of at the shop. So they still have that respect for people, which is very nice and very nice to live there. I'm from France, so it was not the same, I could say. Yeah, so here Portugal continues to be one of the most safe country in the world. Still the same. I won't say you don't have pickpocket, but you do have interesting area, but it's not that much. You don't have a lot of criminality here. I won't compare it to the US because it's like maybe 0.3 to yeah, it's almost nothing here. You as a French woman, I was saying I used to live in Paris, and you just grab your bag all the time that you're walking on the street. Here, you forgot about that. You forgot about that. You are very, yeah, you have peace. So you can go out as a woman outside at midnight on a Saturday, and you don't think about. So you really feel that it's a safe country.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Austria up there because I lived in Vienna for a number of years. And it was,
Okay.
I think that one of the tourist boards used to, we would get a lot of Italians coming into Austria, and the ads for Italy where you can wear your diamonds in Austria when you come. You don't have to worry, you can wear them. So
Yeah, but which is it's the truth here, and it's, I mean, it's so normal here in Portugal that when you come from outside, you just think is something wrong,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's not any. It is. People are very nice. It also happened to me once. My daughter let the door of the car all open while we were at the beach, and then I came back. I was like, oh my God, nothing will be on the car. No, the door was open. No one went into the car. So I was like, I was very surprised, and it's the way it is. I won't say that it could not happen, but it's less. It's much more safe than any country in the Europe.
that's great.
And that's why family coming and people are coming. Single people are coming. Portugal also attracts a strong community of LGBT because there's nothing that they are suffering here, and it's good for them. I mean, it's good. It's good to have a life peaceful.
How is the healthcare there?
So here you have the yeah, which is because it's a main question that we have all the time with our clients is about the healthcare system here. So you have the public one, that is what it is. Everyone have to have the public number, that is national healthcare number, and you can go to see a public doctor. A doctor. It takes more times. It's free, but it takes more times. Or then you have a lot of very, very good private hospital, and that you have a lot, which is true because Portuguese, as all foreigners, have the private insurance that works very well, and those hospitals are very good. Very good. It's easy to get appointments. You have several kind, a lot in every city, in Lisbon, Cascais, in the north, in everywhere, and you have good doctors.
Yeah.
There.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, go.
It's a lot less expensive when you're
Well,
living
yes.
expat abroad. It's not the price that we pay here. It's a couple of $100 as opposed to 1,000 a month.
That's why you have your private insurance, which works very well. But João, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I was just going to give a few examples. Here, the national health system, the public one, is by constitution free and available to everybody, including foreigners. Okay, so that doesn't mean that if you want to make an appointment for tomorrow, you'll get it.
Yeah.
But if you have an accident and you need to go to an emergency, you'll be treated with world-class quality and you'll pay close to zero. Okay, but if you want to make a scheduled appointment to do a plastic surgery.
Specialist. Yeah.
And then it will, if you go to the private hospitals, you'll pay money, and it's not that small amount, but nonetheless, my estimate is that it's 5 times less than the US. For example, if you have to do oncological treatment, imagine you get the breast cancer, the entire treatment for a 3+ level breast cancer in Portugal in a private hospital should cost around 200,000 euros. If it is in the States, it's 1 million euros. But if you do it in the public system, it will cost you 0. Okay?
Yeah, but it takes years.
The difference is that you don't get to make an appointment for the times of the hours of the day that you want to get your treatment. You have to abide to what the hospital tells that you have to be there on time. But
you're breaking up on us.
João?
You froze on us. Maybe we can.
But it's true. I would say, for example, an example, if you just go to do a checking to your doctor, and it's nothing more that with the insurance, private insurance, the cost it's around 25 euro the consultation, so it's pretty good.
No, and even Ardacam, even if you take the private insurance, imagine that you want to a routine cardiologist consulting, just to have your yearly meeting with him. It costs about no insurance, $100, $120. That's it.
Yeah, without insurance, it's true. That will be the cost without insurance. It's around 100 euro for a specialist. With your insurance, you pay around between 25 to 35, which you can see it's very affordable. I won't say, but I know that it's much less expensive than in the States. Actually, we do have some American from California that bought with us last year. Actually, a few of them. And it came from them, the idea, because then they recommend me someone, and they recommend me someone, and then I would just have reference from my clients. And I know that they are very happy to live here, as I used to live in the San Francisco area. And then and
it's a better lifestyle for a lot less money. I mean, the prices up there are very high.
Yes, and at the point when you have family, 2 people or 2 kids, and then you are retired, you have more. You need to see more time to the medics during the year, so it's a cost on your living. And that cost plus the security of a country, plus the weather, plus the possibility to work, because nowadays we are all almost able to work everywhere. People are choosing to Portugal. Yeah. So,
well, let's. I think we'll be getting into that.
Here we go.
Cost of living.
okay, so here are some example that I pick just to have an idea. It's not it's what it is, but it could be from those price to lower or to higher, but it was average. You can see that in Lisbon, a 1-bedroom apartment, brand new or recent, because you have 2 types of apartment. You can get for a 1-bedroom around 1,200, which the price monthly.
What is the typical size of these apartments?
Okay, the typical size of apartment in Lisbon, because I was saying that every part of Portugal, the architecture is different. Lisbon, you have, I would say, separate into two different types. The old buildings, when they are old, it's because they are before 2000.
Okay.
No, I would say three. I would say three because you have even the oldest one with the very beautiful architecture and the who likes feature and architecture of the past. You just enjoy because you have inside of the building or outside of the building you have those what we call here azulejos, is the tiles. That is amazing. Those apartments are very beautiful with high ceiling. You don't have AC inside, or if you do have, it's because it was put, but it was not. I mean, AC is something new, so it was not made at the origin. But you may have AC because it was adapted. You don't have central heating. If you have heating, it's AC. But you have the structure of a very wonderful building, something that you don't have in the West. I know for sure because Portugal, for that, the architecture is very beautiful. And then you have the newest construction. The new construction. You have everything that you can imagine because it was adapted to the public that we have now, and he replied to a list of criteria that the customer are asking. You have heating, you have AC, you have lift, parking. Sometimes you have a common pool, sometimes you have a private pool. Outside the terrace, you may have that. I will show you some of our newest project that we do have in Lisbon to show you what we do have as products in Portugal nowadays. So, well, the price is around that. A T3, a 3 bedroom. We say T3 here, it's a 3 bedroom. I would say it's around 2000. Could be more for sure, but 2000 you can find something. Outside the city, for sure, it's less expensive. And then if you looking at the price per square meter to purchase a flat, the average will say it's around 5,000, 5.5. The average at it can go up if you go more requirement you want, more higher is the price in Portugal. But it will not go up to 15,000 per square meter. Unless it's a very amazing penthouse like Cristiano Ronaldo bought on the top of the best building in Lisbon.
Okay, I guess I'm just looking more at like the typical size of the apartments. In square meters. I mean.
Okay. So a T2 on the old building, it's around 110 square meter. In the new construction, a T2 will be more 160.
Okay, so I mean, I roughly do like, so it's just like around 1,000 square feet and around.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of rough
Yeah.
estimate.
Are there any single family residents or is it all called apartments?
Well, that's a good question. So is it all apartments in Lisbon, or do you get houses, single family residents as well?
No, we do have all kind of properties. The things in Portugal, I mean, our team is working with in Portugal, all the country, including the islands. So we may have listing everywhere, and we can have housing or a flat, or we do have commercial assets too. Because as if you want to invest for a golden visa that I'm going to talk after, you can also invest in commercial. That's why we do have everything to reply to our customers.
Okay. I think we better move on now because we're.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. So it was some information. Something important when when a citizen wants to buy a foreigners or American citizen wants to buy in Portugal, you may have the tax number. It's mandatory. Then we have contact of lawyer that will help on that. It's asking to opening a number that it's mandatory if you want to do anything in Portugal, going from renting a flat or buying a flat. And then you have to have a bank account, Portuguese bank account, that it's easy to open also. American citizens are very welcome. I would say that João was saying that nowadays the bank in Portugal are a bit more cold with Russian citizens. They don't open account for them, but it's not American citizens are not concerned at all. Yeah, and then you have the taxes in Portugal. It depends on the client profile. If you work here, if you don't work here, what kind of visa is going to apply, and that. But then we have the contact of the lawyer that will present the best option for your clients. We really prefer to give to the specialist on that. Well, that it's more things about why Portugal is attracting. I wanted to talk a bit more about the visa that we can present to your clients. You have the golden visa, which is, I think you know about it. It's something that's sorry, Jeanette.
I know a little bit about it, but I assume that not everybody knows about it.
Yeah, well, it's a great program. On Thursday, they will have the government will have a meeting to talk about, because they are talking about taking it or putting it with less option of investment. I will know more on Thursday.
Okay.
They will have a meeting, because every year they are changing the rules. Because it's true that it's a very program that, but maybe João can talk about a bit more about, like me, because he's in Portugal before I arrived, for sure. But Golden Visa is a program that attracts a lot of investment in Portugal, that make Portugal getting healthy, stronger, and attract for sure a lot of citizens from abroad. João, if you want to give a word, yeah.
Yeah, it's very. I think it's very easy to explain. So the golden visa is a special type of visa that allows got the visa and his family or her family to travel freely without exemption from other countries. So the visa is the same for all of the Schengen area, so pretty much all of Europe. So if you get the golden visa in Portugal, you can live in London or Paris or Brussels. But the conditions for you to get the golden visa from the Portuguese government is either to purchase properties or to invest in a company or to create jobs. So you have to do any of these investment options. So it's any of them, not all of them. Okay.
Yes.
And you get the visa for 5 years, and during that period of time, you are very likely to get the Portuguese citizenship if you apply to it. The obligations for you is not to live in Portugal. You only have to be in Portugal for a few weeks per year. And as long as you comply with that, it's fine. Okay, so it's a very interesting program because, as Ardacam probably will explain later on, you can use this as both an investment opportunity to put your money to work for you, and at the same time get a free card to travel and live anywhere in the Schengen area in Europe.
Yeah, it's true. You can see now in that presentation the several kind of access to golden visa, which is there are few. João was saying that you can use golden visa and you can buy your own property that you're going to live with your family, or with your husband or wife, or as a single person. And then you can enter in the Schengen area, which is very important for a lot of citizens. That's why golden visa works very well in Portugal. We do know that we see that our American clients intend still to get golden visa. For applying on golden visa, you have several investment options. You can transfer capital transfer. You have to transfer 1.5 million on the Portuguese bank account. And then you can apply for golden visa, or you can create 10 full-time job on a Portuguese business, a registered business, and you can apply for golden visa, or you can invest in real estate. As I was saying, you can invest 500 K on the interior part of Portugal nowadays, because before you could do it in Lisbon, but last year was changing, the rule is changing. Yeah, residential, exactly, residential. Yeah, that's the point, because you have several options of applying for golden visa. If you want to invest in rehabilitation real estate, you can also do it. For that, you just have to invest 350 K. And you will see that I put everything here actually to be more easy to understand. You can invest in commercial, which is good because you still can invest in a city like Lisbon, Porto, or the main city. Commercial real estate, anywhere in Portugal. You can invest in commercial real estate rehabilitation, as the same as residential. It will be commercial, but it's 350. It could be a touristic or commercial rehabilitation anywhere in Portugal. Your client could invest in national heritage. It's not something that we have a lot of clients doing that, but it's a point. If they want to invest in something that needs to be protected, they can apply. Invest in research for sure, 500K. Invest in existing business, and invest in private equity funds. For what we do here, real estate, we follow our client on real estate investment, real estate rehabilitation, commercial, and also in private equity fund that we have partners that can help the customer who just want to invest in the fund, real estate fund mainly actually, to apply for golden visa. It's 500K. It's the same as a real estate investment. Then I will let you that presentation you can understand better. And if you have any question, just ask. I can put you in touch with our lawyer.
Okay.
Well, Ardacam, let me just add final information regarding this. This investment in private equity funds or venture capital funds, or some funds address this opportunity as a strategy to allow an international citizen to still invest in residential properties in central Lisbon, not directly, but through a venture capital fund that does all of its investment in real estate. So in the end, the international person is investing in real estate, but they are not buying a property. They are buying parts of funds that are venture funds, but they only invest in real estate.
Mm-hmm. And we do have some fund that we work with, and if you have client interesting on that, we can talk about.
And then Michelle Harding has a question. And you,
Yeah, sorry, Michelle. So you can purchase a home on his visa, not lease. Well, no, the condition of the visa is to purchase a home. Or you can invest on the property, and then you can put it for rental. Yeah. Or you can invest in touristic apartment, and then you will never go to live there. You will have an income on that.
let's continue on. Maybe share some of the properties.
Yeah, I will just finish with the D7 visa that we also have. The clients don't want golden visa, but are retired, and if they can prove some passive income, they can ask for the D7 visa. And you also have the digital nomad visa, which is a bit different. But if an American citizen wants to come here to settle and before purchasing a property, you can ask for a digital nomad visa. But you keep that presentation, and then you will have everything explained. That's our team. Then if you want to talk to anyone, you have our contacts there.
Okay. And poor Sonia, we haven't even heard from you there.
Sorry?
I said Sonia's there. She's been here, and we haven't heard from her. No, are you the buyer's agent?
Sonia, yeah.
Hello. Yes, I'm one of the buyer agents, along with Patricia, Rodrigo, and João. Yes. And thank you so much for this opportunity and collaboration. So
it's our pleasure. Portugal is a place that people are very interested in. So it's really important that we get this information out to them and good, safe contacts to give them in the country.
Yes, thank you for that.
Yeah, actually, I will present our team at the end now. So I'm the team leader of Phoenix Real Estate. As João was saying, we are a team growing fast, not as on number of team members, but the number of GCI. And of a result, and our clients growing up every day. I am not Portuguese. I'm a French woman living in Portugal since 5 years, and my team is almost all. Actually, they are all Portuguese, except Andrea, that is from Brazil. Patricia used to live in Spain. Rodrigo used to work with a lot of foreigners. He had his own company before. João was the same. And Sonia used to work on bank. And so we have a team of different competence. And we work well, I can say, because we reached the top 4 of KW Portugal in less than 1 year, because I started the team last February.
That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
We have a question here regarding like an MLS or how do you search for properties in Portugal? Or do you just have your own properties and you have to go to different agents to find properties?
Well, actually, our team at Keller Williams that came back. We do have our listing. It's KW. It's your listing. Your listing belongs to you. So we do have our listing. Actually, nowadays we have 79 if I'm okay, around 75, between 75 to 80. We get the listing, and when we have a buyer, that's why we have our buyer specialist. Always we get the buyers from our listing, which could happen, or we get the buyers from outside. And if they don't want to close a deal with one of our listing, we go and find a place for them. In Portugal, mainly all the real estate share 50-50, which is good, and it helps to follow customers.
Mhm. So can we see some of your properties?
Yeah, sure. So I have this presentation. Yeah, I will show you this one before. It's a brand new project that we have in the it's a fancy area of Lisbon, Avenida Novas. Yeah, I want that is the building here. So you can see the architecture. I will just put that here. Yeah, okay. Here, that's the building. You can see it's that kind of project that respect the old style. Those kind of projects are very well appreciated because you have the old style features with all the comfort inside. You can see some picture, for example, on some apartments you have those terrace with a stunning view. So here it is.
Wow.
Okay. So here is here. Here you have Avenida da Liberdade. It's the main fancy street of Lisbon. When you have Louis Vuitton, you have all the fancy shop and the great restaurant. So here you will have the river down, and you have the what we call Baixa. It's the center, the down center of Lisbon. You have Avenida da Liberdade. You have a very nice garden over there, and the residence that I'm presenting you now is there. So all of that area, it's full of life, full of services, of restaurant, and it's a fancy part of Lisbon. You see that kind of features that are very, very nice. That kind of features, the stairs, those door, the ceiling that you don't see anymore in the new construction. So that will be the backyard. They will have a common swimming pool. This project is ongoing. It's going to be finished this year, and we still have 2 flats for sale.
And what's the cost of these?
Big time.
So I will.
Ask if there's elevators.
Is there a lift? Oh,
So
and
here,
are there
yes.
lifts in buildings?
You-
Okay, there are.
so-
Yeah.
Sorry, you want to go up, down?
No, I was just, we were asking if there's elevators, if there's lifts.
Yeah, you do have that kind of construction. I mean, the new construction, you have lift all the time, and you have garage. Mainly all of the construction have garage, parking space. I mean, parking space and storage, which is mandatory nowadays. And this construction also, you can see, all have their own private terrace.
Nice, really nice.
If you want more on that construction, I will invite Patricia to talk about, because she knows very well the flats, the 2 flats that we have. So here it is. Patricia is here.
Hello.
Patricia,
Everybody.
great.
We have 2 flats in this building, new construction. It's finished next month in March. All the finish are very exquisite with the high level of finish. The ceilings are very high. 3 meters and 25 of highest. And it's a very good location for living because he's in the center of Lisbon, but in a quiet street without many traffic.
And on this one, you also have the floor heating, which is something that you
Yes.
used to have, but in Portugal it was not common. So that means it's a luxury condo.
Okay, and then let me ask also, these buildings being new have the nice features, the built-in kitchens, things like that. I know when I lived in Europe, in Vienna, when we'd be renting, sometimes there would not be a kitchen. Sometimes you had to bring your own kitchen. Do most properties already have those things installed, kitchens and things?
Yes, completely.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. The all the property that you purchase in Portugal, as they are old or new, you buy with the full kitchen.
Okay.
You may not have sometimes the fridge and that kind of appliance that you can take it off, but the rest you have the kitchen. So we do have two flats. Patricia, can you talk a bit about the two flats that we do have, the prices and the square meter, just to.
We have a T3 and one T4 duplex. The square meters I don't have here, Ardakam, with me at the moment.
Okay, I have it on the don't worry. I will come back. Okay. I have here because we do have the floor plan. I will come back. Okay. So this one is the last floor, the penthouse. Yeah, so it's you have here 182 square meter.
Okay. That's a good size.
That's about 2,000 square foot.
Yeah.
And then you have this one also that we may have, the last duplex that we do have. It's 2.6, and then you have a parking space, a terrace. The balcony, you have one for 32.1, and another one for 31.8. So it's around 60 square meter of balcony, which is nice because you can have a dinner or a lunch outside. I have some friend. You have a parking space and you have a storage room, which is interesting in Lisbon also.
That again?
Sorry?
What was the price of that again?
This one, Patricia, this one is 2 million.
Okay. Yeah, so this is like the luxury. Yeah. Okay.
So here we have in the luxury range of Lisbon. I mean, I have to say all the time of Lisbon.
Yes, this street, Rodrigo da Fonseca, is right in the middle of what is called the Golden Triangle. The Golden Triangle in Lisbon is a triangle of streets, and the Rodrigo da Fonseca is this one of the most expensive premium square foot in Lisbon. So it's really the top product.
Yeah, is where you have the Sheraton, the 5 stars hotels. You do have the main shop, as I was saying. You have Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and all that kind of shop. So yeah, it's a very nice and safe
That's a
area.
A low price for a luxury flat in the middle of a city. I mean, that's really
Yeah, that's why I say in Portugal.
Yeah. So is there financing?
Yeah. We work with mortgage broker that we do trust also, that are also all English speaker. So we help actually we gave the contact to our customer. The customer then followed by them, and we do have some deals with mortgage.
Yeah, because that's a lot of times in different countries, you have to pretty much pay everything and mortgages aren't available. What are your rates for mortgages in general?
No, I think João will be the best to answer.
Yeah, I think right now but two different aspects.
Yeah.
Typically a foreign person will be eligible for like 50% of the loan, of the bank loan, considering the evaluation of the property. So if it's a $1 million evaluation by the bank, then they'll probably lend a foreign person 50% of it. Right now, the loans, if you consider a fixed tax loan, I think you can get right now, because of the inflation, because of the Euribor, the reference taxes, I think you can get something between 3 and 4%.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So if it's a flexible one, for the good and the bad, it's probably less than that. It's probably no. It's right now is less than that. So it's. I think it should be around, but that depends on the person, on the way they negotiate with the bank, the collateral they can present, the guarantees, and so on.
Yeah.
Okay. Because in Europe, or at least in Portugal, the bank lends the person money more than they mortgage the house. I don't know if I make myself
Yeah, the
clear on
personal.
this, because if the person is a person with good standing, they won't have a problem. Okay, so it's more of that.
What if somebody is a dual citizenship and has EU citizenship? How does that work?
Could you
Sorry?
hear the question? If somebody has dual citizenship, does that give them an advantage, I guess?
Can you finance as an EU citizen? I don't know how that works.
Well, I think you can finance even if you're outside of the country. So yeah, definitely.
All right.
I think. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, is there a difference if you are from Portugal, a native of Portugal, versus being somebody coming from outside of the country? Are you able to finance more? I mean, if you're like
Yeah.
As a Portugal citizen, yeah.
Super.
You don't get a better rate, but you get
More.
it's probably you might
Higher
go
amount.
up to 75% of the
Yes.
evaluation.
Okay. And then if we're looking at different places in the country, do you work all throughout the country? Or,
Yeah.
okay. So if
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, we
looking
do.
north, you cover all
Yeah,
the-
we do. We really use. We are very used to having customer from the outside. So what they do mainly, they have like a week. They take a week because they have their own job and their own life. They told us where they want to buy, what they want to buy. We start to send them option. Then we're going to choose some properties. And at the time they are here, we're going to visit all the properties for them to choose one and to start the purchase. Yeah.
And do you also work with rentals?
Yeah,
So-
we do.
Okay, super.
We don't have at the moment. I will show you. Yeah, that's the Phoenix Real Estate page at KW Portugal. You can see. Then you can have time and have a look. If you have any question on about anything, please send us an email, or you can send me a WhatsApp. I will be very happy to reply.
Put your, I mean, I think you're in the presentation with your contact, but could you also put it in the chat?
Yeah, sure. I will.
get it out to everybody.
I'll do Rakam, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. Just keep going, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. So we do have as you in the US, we work a lot on getting listings. That's what I do mainly, and also the team do. So sometimes we don't have everything on the site because it takes time to process be online. But if you have an urgency with a client who's coming, you just ask us, and we go internal, because we also have our internal listings, and we go with every real estate in Portugal to find the pearl, because it's what we do every day actually. We do have also that kind of project in Lisbon also. It's the same. It's in the Triangle d'Or, as João was saying. This one is a bit different. That's why I wanted to present you, because it's a different invest. So it's here. Here you have Liberdade, Avenida Liberdade, the same. And then our project is here. So that's the building. They're going to rehabilitate, sorry, this building. So it's going to keep the old features. The huge window, we don't understand here, but the window are very high. The ceiling on the first fourth floor are very high also. It's going to rehabilitate the old building that we keep the features, which is nice, and they will do everything new inside. So it will be brand new, modern inside, and with the old style outside. Why I'm showing you that project? Because that project it have a touristic license. It means that if you have a client who wants to invest or wants to apply on a golden visa in Lisbon, that project is allowed to golden visa. Because the client won't be able to live there. He will be able to stay there 15 days per year, but he will have an agreement and have an income with that purchase. And this project, for now on, what they guarantee is 3% of yield. So they're going to buy the property, and you're going to have a swimming pool on the top, and they're going to put it on an Airbnb situation.
That was my next question for you, whether Airbnbs are allowed throughout Portugal or similar types of rental places.
Well, nowadays it's hard to get Airbnb in Lisbon, because it was what can I say, a mess. It was Airbnb everywhere. It was not the law was not very stable. Nowadays Airbnb is allowed to company who do that kind of project, I mean who have agreement with the owners or with building owners, and then can put the flat on rental, on short-term rental, because nowadays you have to have the agreement of all the building to ask for Airbnb. And there is a large zone in Lisbon, I would say almost all Lisbon, all central Lisbon, that you are not, you won't be able to apply for a license, Airbnb license. So Airbnb, it's good nowadays if you buy a flat that already have the license. That kind of project is interesting for that. And here, it's mainly for tourist clients. So you have T1 for 63 square meter, 50 square meter, 45. You can see that it's for short-term rentals. And you will have the features.
Right.
And that it's good because it's a good option for golden visa. Golden visa, on the same way, you have a yield.
And then how about, do you do property management as well, your group? So if we bought something and we just wanted to rent it out long-term to somebody as an investment, is there somebody there in your group that can manage?
Yeah, we do. We do property management for our rentals actually.
Super. But, okay, you're whispering to me, but like,
What percentage do they?
what percentage do you charge for property management?
It's something that we charge in Portugal. It's between 15 to 25% of the year income.
Okay.
Obrigado. Thank you, João. Okay. So here it was another example of another project. Here it's another project that we do have in Lisbon also. It's different because it's a brand new project. It won't be rehabilitation. It will be a brand new project.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is this a rendering or has it already been built?
No, it's not. It's ongoing. It's going to be finished at the end of the year. So that's the rendering. But this project they already made a first phase, so it looks like that. So that kind of project also, it's
Cost for these,
sorry.
prices for these.
The prices. Andrea, my top assistant. Yeah, because we don't have the prices. We didn't put here. Andrea, can you tell the price for those flats, please?
Or just in
Yes.
general?
About 50, 30 until 1 million.
Okay.
So this one is not in the center. I will show you where it is. Okay. So that will be the project. This part is already done. And now we are promoting this part. So here is the project. Here you are on the east coast, east side of Lisbon, which is a new part of Lisbon, more modern. And yeah, it's growing a lot. It's a part of Lisbon is growing a lot with a lot of new construction, modern construction. We also have another thing that I wanted to show you, and I'm going to check it. Sorry. Oh.
Well, let me ask while you're doing that, if I'm sure there's going to be a lot of KW agents that are going to want to visit Portugal soon. And you know, one of them sitting right here. Is it possible to have a cup of coffee or something when we come into town to meet up with you? Or even plan a trade tour or something?
Sure, as soon as you want. So we are glad to connect with KW colleagues. It's a great opportunity to be part of such a big company, and we really like to do that. To present you what we have and what we know about Portugal. Like that, you go back to the US knowing Portugal as we trying to tell you. I mean, you will see, you will talk about Avenida da Liberdade because you went there. We will talk about a restaurant, a Portuguese restaurant, because you went there, and that's its main value for your clients, I'm sure, for the confiance that you can show to them.
I think we're all ready to hop on a plane right now.
Here. Yeah, so João,
Yes, yes.
João, pode me dar o endereço e-mail do Prata? Eu esqueci de colocar o Prata aqui. Lembra? KW Prata, Riverside. I think it's this one.
I'm checking. 1 second.
Ah, yeah, perfect. I have it. Sorry, I had a little memory.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we do have a very nice project also that is have a architectural signature, architect signature. On this side of the city that I was talking about, that is you can see that it's a side of the city that is growing up. People love to live over there because you have front river. If I can see more about, yeah, it's here.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, and so that will be the project.
Big.
That will be the project, and we do have few building built, and the project will be all of that. I mean, they're going to build to sign a project that will make the difference of that part of the city, because here you now have a lot of garden. Those apartments, all the apartments from the building have sea view. And you have all the features of a brand new building, a brand new project. It's a very comfortable project. It was signed by Renzo Piano, which is a non-architect. It's a pride there. I will try to get more picture.
wait, is it solar that I'm seeing on those buildings?
No, it's not solar panel.
Okay. It looks a little like it.
Yeah. For sure, it's here. Okay. So you can see the nice thing is Lisbon, you have the river down the city and up it's the city. So reaching the river view, it's like a diamond. It's not easy to have flat. So that project will permit client customers to have close to the center of the city, which is very important for everyone, by bicycle, by metro, by car, to have a flat in a brand new construction with a sea view. And we do know that the sea gave a lot of peace for everyone. So that's one of the view nowadays of the construction. Then a view from the garden. So it's here, what we call Prata. Prata is the name of the project. Here you have the center, the center of Lisbon. So you can see that it's very close from the center. It's part of the center actually. And it's a project.
Are there restaurants? Well, now you're hitting.
Yeah.
So there's restaurants nearby.
Yeah, they do have they have a lot of restaurants opening more and more because people understand that it's going to be the place to be in few time. That's its Parc des Nations. It's up to that place that was made for the please help me, Portuguese, I forgot the name. For
Expo 98.
Yes,
thank you.
the
Expo
World-
98.
Yes, it was the World Exposition. Yes.
Yeah, it was the World Exposition, and this part of the city was made growing up, attract a lot of people, and now it's full. So they needed to think about, and the best thing is to to build between the center and Expo, because Expo is here, so that's where the Expo 98. Now it's full because it was the same. You have the sea view and it was very nice, and then you have a bridge, which is not the Abril 25. It's the Vasco da Gama, but it's reaching the second part of Lisbon. I mean the other part of the south part of Lisbon. So people who live there or work there can live there or work there. So this part of Parc des Nations, now it's full, and so this area that was before mainly factory, nowadays the factory are not working anymore. So the builders made some promotion, create some new construction, and it works very well because it will change. I mean, it will change the city, and it's connecting very easily to the center. And it's full of services, restaurants. You can see, you can bicycle. You already see a lot of people doing the sport during the weekend. So that's a part of the construction. The view is amazing. The view from the garden, from every buildings.
That's really interesting.
Wow.
Mhm.
Big.
I like that they left all the
Expansive.
greenery
Yeah,
areas.
you
So
see.
is Portugal pet friendly? So if you have dogs and
Yeah.
animals, not a
Yeah.
problem.
No, and you will meet more people like that,
Okay.
because Portuguese people love
walk
dogs
my
and
dog
kids.
There you go.
For you to have an idea, there are 10 million Portuguese and 3.5 million house dogs.
Yes, yes. No, and it's true because I mean France is very close by and it's different. It's not as much as pet friendly, and here you have all services for dogs or animals. If you work, I mean, I was impressed because last time by my flat there is a kindergarten, a dog garden. So when you go to work in the city, you can let your dogs with other dogs staying there and playing. And I was feeling that it's so, I mean, it's so normal, but for French people, it's something that you never see. And so yeah, dog friendly. And you met a lot of people.
Your dog.
I can see that. I can say that I had some listing with my dogs. So
Very
you imagine.
Excellent.
So the thing on that project, that also why it's a big project. It's a very interesting project because from all the apartment you reach the sea view, the river view. So yeah.
And Ardakam, just one final note, well, not final, but about these projects and about all of the Central Lisbon in general. Every time we talk with international people about commuting and traveling back and forth between Portugal and other countries, all of these that Ardakam has shown you is maximum 20 minutes away from the airport.
Yeah.
So this is not like 50 miles drive to the airport or anything like it. The international airport in Lisbon is inside the city, inside central Lisbon.
How is the public transportation in the city?
Well,
Yeah.
you have here buses, the old tram that is very nice and still working. It's not a tourist attraction. It's some tram that are working. It seems like
San Francisco.
yes, exactly, San Francisco tram, exactly. Because here you have hills, so it's easier to get that kind of tram. You have the metro that works very well and go from the north to the south to the outside the city to the inside the city. You have the train if you want to go a bit far away. You have for sure Uber and Bolt that works very well and are very cheap. And you have everything is working quite well. Everything is working almost all night. The Uber, I would say all night. The metro, I think, stop very late in the night.
Underground, it works from, I think, 7 in the morning to 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
So it only doesn't work for 6 hours a day. I think it's like that. Yeah.
And you also have the scooter that we can get a scooter. I don't know if in the US you may have that, but in Portugal nowadays it works very well. Is the scooter? It works like you have an app. You charge, you find a scooter, and you can go from a place to another place. Or a scooter or a bicycle.
And
So
boats,
everything is
Parnacam.
easy.
We also have boats from the other side of the river, so you can see the amazing.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you have those kind of boat buses.
Or bus boat type thing. Yeah, super.
So everything works very well. It's a very dynamic city.
So did everybody get the contact details from off of, I'm gonna pull that up real quick. Chat.
Yeah, I think João put it on. If you have any question, just let us know. I'm sure you may have a lot of questions after that because a lot of information on the same time.
So even with glasses, I gotta. Here we go.
See what's on.
And we do also work with kind of exclusive properties that I will show you one that we are working on the listing for now, just to know what we can sell in Portugal also. It's what we call here in Portugal a palace. So it's one in front sea actually. It's a very nice one. It's an old palace to renovate it. We're trying to find a better picture. It's on the coast. So you have a stunning terrace with a view, amazing view.
Yeah.
40 rooms.
Yeah, that's the better picture.
This is 40 rooms.
Thank you.
So that's it's an old palace. Portugal have a lot of that kind of asset that we do work with also because we have the kind of several kind of clients. I mainly work with investors, so I may have clients for who wants to some project manager for some 5,000 hotels, and then we have to look for that kind of asset. So we have also that kind of asset going from could be a private property, could be hotel, and that kind of palace in Portugal. This one, for example, is 12 million or 5.
It's really
As
it really is.
this one used to belong to the royal family actually.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I said, I don't know if this belongs to the royal family. This little thing.
Wow.
It's gorgeous. Oh, and that
Wow.
view. My God.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Wonderful,
you.
wonderful listing.
Thank you. We're working hard.
Alright. Well, we
Uh,
really appreciate this. I think I need to get off though because we're getting close to 2 hours here.
Oh wow, okay.
Very quickly. But I think I have to free up the Zoom thing for their next meeting. So
Yeah.
is there anything that you want to close with?
Yeah, well, I was very happy to meet you. I'm hoping that if you have any question, you just send it to us and we help you here. We will be very, very, very glad to start a collaboration with you all, because we really trust in KW philosophy. That's why we are here, actually.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time and putting together all this information for us. I really appreciate you reaching out in the first place so that this came together. And you know, it just it's so important to have somebody that you trust when you're sending your clients far away. And that's the beauty of this, is that we've got to meet you, and you know your business a little bit, and I think there's gonna be a lot of people very excited to send some clients your way.
Yeah, that's the point. It's true that, Janet, we talk about KW work very well with referral inside Portugal, and I really want to do it with our colleague from the worldwide, because it's an advantage that we have, the referral.
Good company and great agents all around the world.
Yeah,
Oh, and
yeah.
how many are going to family reunion? How many am I going to see there?
Well, only Juan is going this time.
Okay, your group. Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing you there. And the rest of you, let's keep in touch. You know, I think we'll definitely have some good business going in the future here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It will be a pleasure.
If you feel like speaking face to face about Portugal and all of these opportunities, just drop a note to Arda Kam and she'll put you in contact with me, okay?
Perfect.
Yeah, I will do right after that meeting an email with you, both of you, and then you will let the coffee works at KW
And
family reunion.
Meeting on Thursday, let us know if any changes happen with the visa.
Yeah, sure. I will keep update.
Super.
Yeah. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.